Well, I'm here at TVLine's Comic-Con suite with the cast of Teen Wolf. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Honored.
So much energy.
Honored to be here, man.
I have to say, I did not expect that you guys were going to come this year because last year was the big announcement about the final season. But I'm glad to have you guys back.
We didn't expect it either.
We thought the same thing. I thought last
We don't know what we're doing.
I missed last year, so I was really happy to hear that we're coming back. Yeah.
Holland was the lone lady last year.
I know, and now where is she? I swear we get along.
She's looking a little different back there.
She is. She being a diva.
She's being a diva back there.
Always, every damn day.
Holland, shut up.
This being your official final San Diego Comic-Con as a cast, what are you guys doing to like really make this special?
I got a suite for the first time this year.
Yeah, and we're all sleeping in that.
We're all having sex.
We've all
together.
consummated.
Yeah.
You know, that actually is a weirdly good segue to my first visual aid.
Let me guess.
Perfect.
Oh.
I have a question. Whoever wants to jump in and answer.
Oh.
What this?
Ooh. Those are personal photos.
How'd you get those,
How did you get that?
I sent them out.
Oh, god damn
I
it.
was really excited.
I don't think I have to tell you that people, and by people I mean me, freaked out when they saw that in the trailer.
Cool.
I mean,
It could be a dream sequence.
It's important to
could be.
teach good hygiene,
it is
Yeah.
important.
It's nice.
right?
It's important. I feel
That's
like
what
Thanks to neck stretching.
I feel like it's more dirtier than it is getting clean in there.
California's in a drought, though,
You
so
said
they were
it.
showering together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. To explain the circumstance around it would be spoilery, but like you two, walk me through this.
Well, you know the show 16 and Pregnant? So
Also
Jeff
on TV.
is a big fan of that show.
Yes.
Never seen it.
So he decided to incorporate that with our characters.
But we're like 18 at this point, aren't we?
18
But you
is
get the
pregnant.
idea.
I get
pregnant at 18?
Yeah.
You can't get pregnant at 18.
No?
I've looked it up.
No, you can't.
I googled, can you get pregnant at 18?
You cannot. I've tried.
No, I think.
Just want to throw a disclaimer out there that these are not fact checked.
You're like, I just like, man, I haven't
Smart.
spoken yet.
Yeah.
Why do I hit people so hard? I'm sorry.
There's me, there's how the fans are reacting. Styles, I imagine, will not be thrilled at a potential Scott Malia.
I think he would love it. I think he loves us, and they're not together anymore. And like, if one of my exes got with one of my best friends, I think it was really cute, and they were really like happy with each other. I think it was adorable.
Charlie is making a fun face back there.
That's noble, man.
You know, yeah.
I think that's how I would feel, depending on how I feel about my ex, I guess.
How did you feel about that, Jeff?
I thought it started to feel like a natural progression to the relationship. And it was the last season of the show, and some things you want to do in the last season are try new things, go down paths that you've never gone down before. What relationships haven't we seen? Who haven't we killed? That was a big one. But we started putting hints to it in 6A, and the writers were really into it, and I said, all right, well, let's go for it and see how it looks. So
That's nice.
we'll see. We'll see if the audience comes at me with pitchforks. They do anyway. So
I'm imagining
bring it
just,
on.
Like, imagine like a dartboard and you're like, who has not boned? Like you just like throw the dart and it's just like they're Bone City.
And it landed at his character, and we're like, oh, we can't do that. He's just not gonna.
That's actually one thing we didn't want to get into, which is just putting people together for the sake of putting everybody's a love interest at some point. You know, we didn't want to do that. We wanted to do it if it was natural and if it felt right, and it felt right to us.
I do have to address.
Did it feel right?
So right, Shell. Oh my God. I can't even tell you how right it felt.
So right, so wrong.
That's why I'm sitting next to you.
I just like.
I do have to address our special guest back there. Welcome back.
Charmander.
The name's Holland.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Hollander.
How was it stepping back into this
Oh
show?
man, I was like time traveling back to happy days. I mean, we are so lucky. Even after 6 years, everybody came back because they wanted to see each other and work together again on set. It's such a special set. It's such a family, and such a wonderful group of people, cast and crew. So I was thrilled when Jeff asked me to come back. You know, I was lucky that my character didn't die, so I got to come back to make it real.
This is actually kind of nice because we have the OGs, and then we have the next class. What's coming up for? I don't want to call you newbies because you've been around, but
Yeah.
2.0. What's coming up for you guys?
Some
this
of us
season?
have been to hell and back, you could say.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
could say.
we're getting there.
That's a segue for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
No, it's a lot of cool things are going on for the new characters. It's just my character in specifics. I think he's like really in the group, which is dope. And just like a part of it and trying to like fight crime with them. So that's really cool. Starting as an outsider to being like part of the supernatural crew, even though I'm human.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Kylan
dope.
also has one of my favorite relationships on the show. Mason
Yeah.
and Corey.
Corey.
That also has some really cool
Jason.
things going on with it, you know, because as things get more intense, you still want to keep the person you love close and safe, but there's a lot of elements that go on with that. I think it's going to be interesting to see.
What about Liam up there? I understand Liam has
Mari.
some doubts about whether or not he can lead this team.
Yeah, Liam's a little bitch. No.
You heard it first here, folks.
Liam's alone, yeah. His girlfriend has left him, and he's a little.
As all
So she's
girlfriends
the-
do on Teen Wolf.
He's bent up
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
His girlfriend went off to shoot a movie.
So
Yeah. My girlfriend became famous.
we're getting a little meta here. I have a question for you, Theo. People love Theo. He's such a bastard, but people love him. What is it that keeps us loving Theo?
I don't know, man. I think it's with this character, it's always in the very back of my mind. You know, playing this guy who's manipulative and conniving, and but I guess not diving too deep into it. Like
Yeah.
really, I think when people try to play a character that's just son of a bitch, you know, sometimes it gets a little too far. Sometimes I think it's like, for me at least, with this guy, you know, his perspective is the right perspective. I don't think he looks at himself that way.
Yeah.
All the actions are justified. You know, and people just love to hate the guy, and that's what we want to stay true to that. Going
really
into
fun,
6B, there's a lot of growth, I think, within the character. We got our hands dirty with it. We got to explore. We get to really see what's inside this dude and his heart. You know, can he be trusted?
Teaser, 612 is all about, the teaser is all about Theo.
Oh, I love it.
And it
We had a
shows
blast.
his
Yeah.
time alone, in Beacon Hills.
Lonely Theo.
And
Oh, yeah.
what Cody brings to it, though, that I love is, yes, Theo's a bastard and a very bad guy, but Cody shows the underneath. He shows that Theo just wants to be loved.
Just damaged goods, man. This kid's damaged goods.
We're preparing for the end of the show, but I have to bring up the fact that this may not be the end of Teen Wolf, as we've read recently. What's all to say here about reboot plans?
I love how you're looking at Jeff when you ask that question.
Would you like me to ask you?
No, I'm glad.
Tell me about the reboot.
This was news to some of them too. It's a lot of discussions I've been having with MTV. There's a new regime there headed by Chris McCarthy, who's fantastic and has a real vision of how to reestablish the MTV brand. And I think he's got a great love for Teen Wolf. So he and I have been talking about doing a podcast, something along the lines of S-Town or Serial or even Homecoming, which are pretty brilliant, and sort of keeping the franchise going. And it's just talk now. It's just a possibility about a reboot, but it seems like if they'd be into it, we can do a little bit of reinvention. But it's incredibly hard for me to see Teen Wolf without Tyler Posey or without any of these
I
guys.
was gonna say your bodies
Can
aren't
I be
even
in
cold
it?
yet. We're already
Yes, let's
talking
just
about
do it.
rebooting.
Yeah, I just want to be like the dad.
Yeah.
I want to
You
be like
can
the
be the
old,
dad.
the old guy that like the new kids are afraid of or something.
You can be Senior Wolf.
Yeah.
But no, since this is the end of the show, everybody, how should we be preparing for the end?
Prepare to cry.
Tissues.
Get your feels ready.
And it's a good wrap up. I think everyone's gonna be really happy with it and just feel nostalgic and warm and whole after watching it, and sad, you know, because
I just think it's such a proper goodbye. Like this, I think that these last 10 episodes, it's just it all comes full circle, man.
Well,
I
when you
think
get
that,
to know that when you get to know that it is the final season and that is a firm thing, then I think that everybody wants to make sure that
Yeah.
the show goes all out. So I think these next 10 episodes are pretty over the top fun.